My name is Robert Fleisig. I'm a professor in mechanical engineering. And I teach, among other things, one of the first year courses, the Engineering 1PO3, which is going to be called Studying September Engineering Practice and Design. So one of the things I do is I teach students how to design using technology, how to design using some of the very interesting science and math that you learn here. Right? And to be able to do that, the other piece of engineering, because you're going to do, if you come to math, if you come to engineering, you're going to do a lot of science and math. But the other big piece of engineering is the creativity bit. How do I take all that and come up with the future devices, systems, processes, and products that are going to change the world? What kind of thing would you like to design?
Software.
Software. What else? What would you like to design?
Buildings and bridges.
Buildings, bridges, so civil engineering type thing. So buildings, bridges. What else would you want to design? Yes, sir.
Biomedical stuff.
Biomedical technology. Do you have any examples?
Well, like nanoprobes.
Nanoprobes. And that's just a very small piece of what is possible. We'll talk a little bit about today is how do engineers generate the ideas for the new systems, products, or services that we're going to be generating. So it's not just that you're going to do, as engineers, produce the technology, but you also have to come up with great new ways of using it. So what we're going to do is get you started on thinking a little bit bigger, asking some interesting questions. So when you brainstorm in a group, the whole idea is to put everything down, and your job is to put anything that you did come up with, no matter how silly or stupid it is, on paper, or to express it. But when it is your job to look at somebody else's ideas, your job is not to object, is to just accept it. And actually what you learn when you do a lot of brainstorming, not surprisingly, the best ideas aren't the first ones you come up with. It's the ones that come later that you've struggled to get to are the ones that are really quite valuable. So brainstorming, when done well, can be quite a challenging exercise, right? But when you're trying to generate ideas for design work, there are no wrong ideas, right? You want to compile as many ideas as you can and sort through them to figure out what actually may work at the end. And sometimes the craziest ideas are the ones that generate some of the most interesting answers. Right? So if somebody comes up with something that seems silly, don't say anything about it. Let it go. Right? Don't create a barrier. And so this is what we teach our students when it comes to brainstorming. And in the first year, they're asked to do some design projects. And there is a significant amount of independence in doing that work and even choosing some of the projects the students get to do. But generally also in engineering, virtually everything that you do, particularly in design and practice, you will not do alone. You will work on teams. It's virtually impossible to do any kind of significant work today on your own. No one person has all the knowledge needed to solve a complex problem. The ideas that you come up with, sometimes they sound really, really silly, right? But that is actually valuable. And sometimes sitting down and thinking, why can't I use it, can produce some very unexpected results. All right, that's all I have for today. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask.